Hello and welcome to the start of the game where we see Demon in the chance of getting ganked here, because we are here with the qualifiers. This is game number 1 between Qpandas and EG, with a clear fan favorite being EG. Well, I say that on paper I would say clear winner being EG, but fan favorite in terms of amount of fans, Qpad definitely has a big following, so we are going to be seeing them trying their best, fighting like pandas to get themselves in that winner's bracket slot, which will be played later tonight. It is gonna be Jerex playing the Leshrac, Mini already having himself a Hellbear Smasher, will be playing the Enchantress, and they're gonna be going to gank Jo, who is playing a Gyrocopter this game. It is gonna be Wagamama on the Nature's Prophet. Well, if you can't go for a kill, why not just pressure the tower? Might as well do that. In the meantime, we have got ourselves an aggressive trial lane with Bamboo on the Juggernaut, Bdes on the Rubik, and Fear playing the Nyx Assassin in the mid lane. Like I just said, Demon on the Storm Spirit. We are going to be seeing the mid lane going the way of Selectus Magnus, and we are going to be seeing Sing Sting playing the Phantom Lancer on that bottom lane. Jo might still be in some trouble. TPs though coming in, want to go for Wagamama. Telekinesis will be there, Rocket Barrage will be there as well. Here comes Fear with an Impale, and the first blood will be spilled unless Wagamama can get out in time, which he cannot. He goes down, but in the meantime Jo running for his life. The Hellboar getting blocked here by Bdes, doing a good job. Jo gets himself out alive. The first blood going the way of EG, and Qpad with a semi-aggressive trial lane, not able to secure their first blood, and it is gonna be now a solo lane with two people with awkward blades, or the same kind of blades, like holding them back when they run, etc. Well, anyways, it's gonna be the Juggernaut taking on the Phantom Assassin. They were expecting actually the Enchantress in the jungle, so they blocked off everything, thinking, you know what, we at least make sure that Enchantress can't do anything there. But Enchantress is actually in their jungle, so is gonna be able to get herself some Hellbear Smashes, because she likes those. Mini likes those, apparently. I think I introduced everybody right now. You know who's playing what, you know who is going where, and you know that Jerex and Mini are roaming. Now, one thing, of course, that you have to keep in mind is that when you have a roaming duel like this, if it doesn't work out, if you can't get the kills, you are wasting so much time, and it is tough to get back up on your feet after that. As we are having some DotaTV lag, I believe. I just saw them jumping around, but it doesn't matter. Of course, you can watch this game inside DotaTV if you want to. It is free to watch for everybody. No, don't need compendium, don't need ticket. And while you're watching, you actually have a chance of getting yourself some items. I'm actually curious if I have a... I don't think I have an EG ticket. I'm gonna check. Sorry, people. This is very unprofessional of me, but then again, if you wanted to watch a professional stream, you would watch a different one. There's no EG one here, right? Nope. EG! I got one. This is EG. Cool. I got a fan. I am one of those. Oh, God. If I wouldn't have been a fan, and I would have been a fan right now, I would make it 1337. I would suggest to someone buy... Oh, never mind. It's there. 1337. Get it going. In the meantime, Wagamama, level 4. Actually doing pretty okay job here on the top lane. Doesn't get that many last hits. Doesn't get that much farm. But he does get the levels, and that's just as important in the case of a Nature's Prophet, because he'll get his farm later on anyway with levels. So he doesn't really need to really do amazingly well here, as of course Fear is sticking around here, meaning that the aggressive trial lane all of a sudden not that aggressive anymore. You do still have the Telekinesis and the Blade Fury combination. I mean, you still have to be careful for that. But it's also going to be Jerex there with the Splitter to stop anything from happening should it be needed. And Sing Sting, of course, always has his double walk. But that is actually... It is going to be... Yeah, it is going to be Fear that has the invisibility detection. So if they want to go on bottom, they need Fear to be there too. Because right now, Sting can just escape with just being able to be invisible. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we have got Demon sitting at 28 for 6 last hits. Select sitting on 15 to 2. Level wise, it is slightly in favor of Demon, just by sheer amount of denies, and then just overall. I mean, Demon just doing really well for himself. Is almost level 6, and when he's level 6, he is gonna be even harder to gank than he is already now. And with that first gank by Qpad not being put to full use there, he actually had it pretty easy here on this mid lane, and he is gonna be just being able to snowball a bit out of control should he get that space. And I think he's actually gonna be getting that space because Enchantress and Leshrac not getting any levels right now. They do use their Sentry Ward, so that's more gold spent by the supports that they actually don't have the luxury to have. And I mean, if you're gonna be level 2 or level 3 by the time that a Storm Spirit is level 6, you're gonna be in deep trouble. So Demon is probably gonna be trying to go for a bit of kills here if he can find the openings. In the meantime, talking about openings, Telekinesis is gonna be there, and Sting gonna be going down. This was Fear rotating, Sentry Wards being used, and that is gonna be a kill going the way of EG once again. Second kill on the board. And this is starting to look troublesome. I mean, there's gonna be one thing that they are relying on. Well, two things actually, and they have to complement each other. Of course, very late game, you're gonna be having that Phantom Assassin. That's gonna be the one that's supposed to be getting the game going your way. Having, you know, carry the game basically. Just getting ahead overall. And to be able to get to that point, to be able to buy the time for Sing Sing to get his farm up, you need to have that Magnus with his RPs to do a very good job. You need to have that mid-game dominance a bit with him, or at least to be able to buy time with him, which is very tough to do if you're going to be up against a Storm, because he is going to be having some mid-game dominance as well, and he's already dominating higher than the other guy. And oh, Sting is going to be going down again. This time Wagamama TP's in, might be able to pick up a return kill. Mini coming in as well. Beat is in some trouble, going to be going down. But still, it's not a worthy trade. We're losing your Phantom Lancer to EG and only trading it for support Rubik. Not worth it, not worth it at all. Bamboo getting one of those 2 kills, of course, doing very nice for himself. Has got himself 26 for 6 last hits, while Sing Sing is sitting on 19 for 3. Hello, Omni Slash. Jumped 3 times, and here comes Demon. Has got, oh, awkward, but will be. That's still sad. His RP wasted. He's still alive for now, but he will be killed off by Demon. Probably is popping his bottle charges as his still Bamboo goes down, so that's nice. And actually Select gonna be able to get himself away even after that massive mistake right there. He is able to, basically, by making that mistake, he was forcing EG away from the RP range because they knew he was gonna be RPing, so they walked away, and that actually bought his team time to save his life. And I'm actually quite shocked that actually worked out. But yeah, it did work out, so that is good. That is, however, the first RP bit wasted. They did get the Juggernaut, which is a good kill to have.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But in the meantime, they're fighting 4 on 5 because Jo is just free farming top and is, you know, not really being stopped. And I need to drink some water to get my voice back to normal. 2 seconds. There we go. I think. No. Wow. What?
Radiant's
People.
middle tower
Voice.
is under attack.
No. Still not voice. Wow, people. Thank you. My voice is still here. Apparently, just water wasn't enough. I had to cough. Cough is actually not that good for your voice, so I'm trying not to do that too much.
Not for you.
Because you're great your... I don't know how to call that in English, actually. You grade your, what's the thing? Like in Dutch, literally translated would be voice bands. Cords. Vocal cords! There we go! You grade your vocal cords with coughing. So yeah, I was saying that they do have an RP again. Well, that's good. Well, it's a good thing that I delayed saying what I wanted to say so long that by the time I was able to say it, well, it wasn't valid anymore. It was a lie. But we do have EG, of course, pulling a bit ahead. They are supposed to, actually, because if they don't, they have to face up against the Phantom Lancer late game. So EG's goal is to take it mid-ish game, delay Phantom Lancer for as long as they can, take it around the 25-minute mark, and then they can win the game if the Phantom Lancer indeed gets shut down enough. Phantom Lancer is level 6. The thing about a Phantom Lancer, even if he doesn't get that much farm, the same thing goes for the Nature's Prophet, who is going to be in some trouble. Cold out Rocket Barrage. He has to walk away from the Rocket Barrage to try and TP out, but he is still going to be going down. But the same thing goes, like, even if you're getting shut down a bit in terms of farm, but you're still getting levels. With your levels, you're still going to be able to farm, because the higher level, the more Phantom Lancer illusions you have, the faster you can farm. As we have got a Vortex, it's going to be Select that they want, and Select that they get. Walking on the spot won't save him now. Fear going to be Phantom Lance though, and will be going down as a result of that. Still a good trade. Nyx Assassin taking on the trade for the Magnus, so indeed a good trade. The only thing that they shouldn't be happy with is that the kill actually got picked up by Sing. And he needs that gold, so he is happy with that. As they actually put down a sentry ward, knowing that Nyx is level 6, well higher, but I found that it rhymes, so that's nice. In the meantime, Bamboo gonna be able to get himself away from that middle lane. Has got himself face boots, 1200 gold, level 8 almost, and actually used his Omni Slash just now, but didn't get a kill with it. And we didn't know who he used it on. That's confusing. Stuff happening at the same time. Nobody likes that one. Tier 1 tower, by the way, went down still. That is, of course, going to be resulting in a gold graph drop in favor of EG. Experience graph. With the rotating of Qpandas, they are kind of lacking a bit. And of course, once again, I mean, Qpad on paper should be the ones that are we considered the underdogs. EG is actually one of the favorites to take the whole qualifier, so they're up for a bit of a tough fight. However, if they do take down EG, the worst thing might actually be over, as we have actually got smoke up for EG. Fear and Obedience roaming towards the top lane. Wagamama, level 8 right now, has got his hand of Midas and will be targeted. The Treant won't be able to scout them out. And they realize that, oh, now it does, because the smoke runs out. Well, that's just a shame. Vendetta being used. Wagamama realizes, you know what, things are gonna get downhill, so he rotates. Select. Not quite sure what he's expecting there. Gonna be skewering away, realizing he was also in on over his head. Vendetta is gonna run out soon. If someone walks up to him, he is gonna be going down. But I think that they're just gonna be taking down the tower, and with they, I mean everybody of EG, because everybody is here on this top lane. They really want to take down these towers. In the meantime, though, Qpad 2 can play that game. They want to be taking down their own tower and gonna be doing it on this middle lane. Fortification goes off, though. We'll delay it for a bit. We might actually see EG trying to defend this, as they are roaming a bit towards that mid lane. And now one TP actually that coming in, that's Wagamama helping out to clear the tower. No deny going the way of EG with Leshrac. Jarex getting the gold from the side. EG deciding not to go in. Not when that RP is on the board. Too risky. With everybody together of Qpad. It's way easier to just try and pick them off. And they have strength in that. I mean, they've got the Vendetta, they've got the Ball Lightning. Their pickup potential is really strong.
All fears fading.
Invisibility rune up on Leshrac, and there's a magic wand for him as well. And AG, surgical precision, realizing we got a healing ward. We're ready. We're gonna push, because your Phantom Lancer isn't ready just yet. I mean, he's still building towards his diffusal, great, but he doesn't really have anything until now. They do stop the push though, and they are gonna be roaming around a bit more, as we do have Bamboo going for the Omni Slash upgrade, the Aghanims, of course. In the meantime, Orchid is going to be the one that Demon wants to go for, and the other one that is farming is almost having his Shadow Blade complete. And with almost, I basically mean in one more last hit, he'll have his money that he needs to buy that item. In the meantime, Qpad going to be going for the smoke, looking to be going towards that top lane. Should be able to have the element of surprise on their side, but not quite sure who's going to be around there to enjoy it, because Beatis is around there. Great. Oh, now Jo also actually, and he doesn't have a Shadow Blade just yet. They do realize now that everybody of Qpad is there. Cooldown is going to stop it. That was actually Beatis stealing the Shockwave, which is a great one to have. Tower will still go down. It was Mini that picked up the gold for that one. And Qpad backing off. Placing a sentry ward just in case. Just in case this guy would come. And the Nyx Assassin roaming around Qpad. Doing well, basically having done now the same thing as EG did, just rotating to try and get towers. They are, of course, using 5 heroes to do that with, so it kind of loses a bit of experience for them, as they are indeed still behind, but they do get a bit of gold back out of it, so that is nice, and we might be seeing them actually rotate bottom as well to do the same thing there, even though right now Sing is having fun on this bottom lane, able to farm a bit freely. He has to be careful though, with a lot of people missing from the map and no wards up in terms of sentry wards apart from this one. He is very susceptible to ganks, and he has to be really careful in terms of his farm. And rather than going for the Fusel Blade, he actually picked up a Yasha, so going for maybe a bit of more split push oriented lineup. Of course, that would make sense considering they also have the Nature's Prophet that can do that job. And yeah, I kind of like it if the Manta Cell is indeed the first one that he actually is gonna finish, because that's of course the second question. He has a Yasha, great. Is he gonna finish it, or is he gonna be building up his Diffusal Blade still? Maybe with the Shadow Blade up on Jeo, you might see him being a bit more aggressive. I mean, so far he's been in fights. I mean, he has 1 kill, he has 1 assist. He's been doing okay. Of course, Wagamama has been the target of those. And he's actually gonna stack the Ancients once more before taking them down. That's what he's gonna do. And he actually failed. You can't go for a Shadow Blade if you do that, because they stop following you because they don't see you anymore. So it's kind of awkward that he just wasted that pool. Oh well. Maybe he thinks he can take down Sing Sing instead, which would be a bigger price than just a stack. There is a smoke, of course, a dust that is up on Fear, as now the Vendetta runs out, so Fear not going to be able to get in there anymore. And Sing Sing was already smelling trouble, so he backed off. As we are going to be seeing Select going for that Blink Dagger. Jarek sitting around the mid lane as well, just as Mini is. And they are just waiting for their split pushers to be up to farm. Right now, in terms of net worth, we see EG just spiking up ahead with 3 heroes in the top 4. And Qpanda just trailing a bit behind, with the towers being even. But the kills not being even, as soon also the Roshan going the way of EG, so getting a bit of extra gold there. Quite surprising the way Qpanda decided to play this game, playing it fairly careful. I mean, they have got the Magnus, so they could try to go for some team fight, if you would expect that, if you would do that. But then again, I mean, on the other side, you do have to have a perfect RP, because otherwise Beatis will steal it. You are up against the level 2 cooldown. Jeo is pretty damn farmed, so it's not really someone you want to be meeting there, as well as Juggernaut just having a good old time farming as well. So I'm not like that versus an RP with no real follow-up is of course worth a lot more. So that's probably why we see Qpanda not really going for anything, even though I'm kind of, you know, I would have liked them to see them go for that. I totally understand that they don't. More sentries being placed. They need these kind of wards, because otherwise that Nyx Assassin is going to be having a tough time, an easy time rather. Now he's having a tough time, but if the sentries weren't there, he was going to have an easy time picking off everybody that he wanted to do. And he can have, by the way, he can just farm here because he has an escape. He feels quite safe in taking these creeps, and of course building towards his next item. He has got his urn complete right now, as the urn is already up on the Enchantress. We are going to be seeing Sing, 1500 gold in his inventory. Wagamama in the meantime, 2100 gold for him, as we have a rotation from both the Nyx and Bamboo going bottom lane. The Vendetta is there. Bamboo is going to be a bit bait. Actually, he's not visible right now. Now he is. But he is going to be bait. So that is something that Qpanda probably is expecting. Oh, wow. Is he actually going to do this? Nope. Gonna be going bottom instead. If he actually was gonna do that, then Demon would have had a field day. I mean, he's got an Orchid, he would have been able to kill him off so fast. Bamboo gonna be finding a troll. I mean, the thing about Enchantress, which we also saw, of course, in the previous game, is just being aggressive earlier on, and the Qpanda Pandas weren't actually able to really do that, really use that, so they need to be having this Enchantress to make her pick worthwhile, basically. And the only way right now that she can do that is after the mechanism, go for a bit of a semi-carry build, because that's the only thing they can still do, as we see EG pushing down the mid lane. And it's gonna be the throne, the tower that I want. The tower, of course, they still want the throne, obviously, but towers first. Fortification delays it a bit, but there's no sign of struggle from Qpanda. They're just going to be continuing doing their own thing. They have got the Blink Dagger, so they will be having Select with the Blink, with the initiation, ready to take something, as they are going to be backing off here again. Wagamama already TPing to chase the courier. Oh my god. Worst pause. This is bad-mannered pause, from what it looks like. The hell is going on with these pauses? He is not gonna get this. He's already in the middle of a TP. He didn't get the courier. This is basically the pause is messing up with the killing of a courier. Wagamama realized it and TP's out. Bit of an awkward pause. I'm watching on the side screen is for me the stream of the Good Studio, and they don't even realize that the courier was about to get sniped. So awkward there. Yeah. Cole Marlini indeed. Pause coming at the exact same moment that Waga actually TP'd. Was everybody lagging? Nah, you can't judge that. You can't see it. I mean, it could be for everybody. Could be not. Oh well. Can't get the courier snipe, unfortunately. Maybe just not enough damage up on Wagamama. He does now have a Shadow Blade though. I find these rotations quite risky because I still see him running into things, but now he actually can't do that because he has a Shadow Blade, I guess. And he is just gonna run and TP out, and Jo can't do anything. Realizes that, you know, the big creep was gone. In the meantime, we have a push on the bottom lane, or at least a push. Maybe more of a trap, having Sing Sing pushing in. Magnus around the corner with the RP.
Invisibility.
In the meantime, this game overall is pretty even, pretty calm as well, with quite surprising because of course EG has got this ganking lineup, and Qpanda is also, you know, shouldn't be afraid to fight, even though they probably don't want to right now and just want to wait until their Phantom Lancer is up to farm, as he is still going to be going for his Diffusal Blade after the Yasha.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We do have EG still in favor by over 5k gold. We have the experience going the way of EG still as well, over 5k gold.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it is going to be EG that lays down the pressure once again, going towards that mid lane. Sorry, I'm still in my head with that pause. Stupid. It's just so coincidental, like, if that's indeed a coincidence. It's just...
tower is under attack.
I don't know. Pressure goes on. EG want to fight. They've got an Omni Slash. They've got almost the Aghanim's complete with this tower. Bamboo will have that. They've got the Flak Cannon to force everybody back. And they've got the jump in of Wagamama, who is already going to get picked up. Omni Slash now as well. Mini going to be trying to keep himself up with the Nature's Attendants. Fade Bolt will clear out Builder Shrek with help of course, Jo, as we are going to still see Mini going down. There we go. 3 dead on the side of Qpad. And the question remains, where is the RP? Where is the fight? We know that AG is ahead, granted, but jumping in like that should be punished with an RP. Should be having a potential comeback, but not doing so for Qpad. Bamboo, running for his life, will be fine. Has his Aghanims in the bank, gonna TP out. No casualties for EG. Taking the tower down to almost, well, just below 500 HP. In the meantime, Wagamama gonna be trying to go back to farming, of course. I mean, no real surprise to see what they're gonna be doing after the fight. It's just curious to see that they're not wanting to fight. Diffusal now up on Sing. I mean, they realize, I guess, if they hold on long enough, they will still have that Phantom Lancer to do things, and they will still have the Diffusal Blade and everything that the Phantom Lancer offers, just the whole spam. I guess, I mean, if they lost that fight more convincingly, like if they actually went in and tried to take that fight, they might have lost more than just their tier 2 and a couple of heroes. But right now, they made EG overextend a bit, and that was actually the, yeah, nice storm. That was actually resulting in still keeping their tier 3 tower not getting any kills, but at least not losing anything more. As we see Storm going down, well, we didn't actually see that. Like some things I see, like sniped off Courier, and some things I don't see, like killed off Storm Spirit with help of the RP. So that is why Select saved it. Otherwise, this wouldn't be a kill. And of course, one thing to also note that that fight was actually a fight with an Aegis up still, I believe. Should have been up. Ah, it just disappeared.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that's the reason why. Actually, the Aegis was popped, of course. Storm had it popped here. So they did do that one. I guess they killed off the Aegis and then killed off Storm again. Quite nice.
Under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, I think I can tell that I haven't had food since I started casting a couple of hours ago. Quite a few hours ago, actually. Started casting around 6 hours ago. Yeah, 6 hours without food, apart from some cookies. Yeah, no. Storm died due to the RP and everybody being around there from Qpad. Yeah, I have of course no delay on my chat, so I can see the chat. If you have any questions about the game, and I think that they are valid, I might try to answer them. See how I just made sure that I didn't have to answer every single question there? Yep. Doing that. In the meantime, EG, getting a haste rune, maybe trying to go in again. They do have that initiation power of the Storm, who is level 15 by the way. The level difference getting pretty big right here. Experience graph going towards the 7,500 experience in favor of EG. 2 level 15s up on EG. While there is a level 14 and level 13, level 12 rather, the highest two upon Qpad Pandas. Now they still have that Phantom Lancer who's gonna be building up towards a heart rather than finishing up his Mantis Tower, or at least picked up the Vitality booster to have the start of that. The question is EG gonna give them enough time to get that Phantom Lancer to be the Phantom Lancer that we hate and love?
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's gonna be tough.
Under attack.
It's gonna be really tough. And they're not even trying to defend these kind of things. Just wanting to farm. Jo takes the gold there, got himself the MKB almost ready. If that's indeed what he wants to do. We know that Jo actually is also one of those people. No, it is an MKB. I was gonna say maybe Rapier, but no, MKB is the choice. And he has it complete, and he takes it with him towards wherever they want to be. There's only one tier 2 tower left standing, and there's gonna be the one on the top lane, on the side of Qpad that is. Of course, there's still a tier 1 tower standing on the side of EG, with the tier 2 towers, every single one tier 2 just still standing on the side of EG as well. I mean, that is gonna be the job of both Sing and Nature's Prophet to just try and split push as much as they can, and they're not really given the space for that, because EG is everywhere, and EG is just closing down the potential that they have on the map. Basically. If that made sense, which it does, because everything I've seen makes sense. Roshan is gonna be spawned again, will be taken down. And there's nothing that Qpad is going to be able to do here. They're not in the right position. They don't even have wards to realize this is going on. They probably have the timer going and are just going to let it slide. We saw what EG did previous time they had an Aegis though. And they might be trying to do it again. Just trying to push down mid, barrel to a tier 3 tower. Maybe this time they'll go top and actually take a tier 2 with them as they go. Because right now with an Aegis up on Demon again, there's really not that much that Qpad can do to stop it. Qpad, who's pushing a bit on the top lane. Gonna be having Jo there with a flag cannon to push everything back again. Wagamama forced back as well. 1k gold in his inventory. Let's see what the rest has. Mini still building towards that mechanism. So you're gonna be seeing BKB being built by Select. Sing Sing has got nothing more since the last time we saw him picking up the Vitality booster. In the meantime, on the side of EG, they are indeed pushing down top. We see Fear having a Gem of True Sight, picking himself up a Room of the Magi. Well, wants to probably have drums, as Jo doesn't have drums. He's going to get the MKB and the Shadow Blade that we already saw. We have the Blink Dagger up on B-Diz. Really nice for him. And we have got Demon, of course, building towards the Hex. More control for him as he just goes on to the tier 2 tower. And Qpad better have TPs on everybody. They do. And they should. go soon, because otherwise they'll lose their tower.
Radiant's top
Bamboo
tower
realizing,
is
hey
under
guys,
attack.
there's nobody here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's just push down the tier 3 middle instead, because that one is lower and we can actually take Rex from that as well. And they are going to be able to do that. Of course, the back protection is already gone. Bamboo, he doesn't care that he's getting sprouted. He doesn't want to leave anyway with the cooldown there though. Helping him to get away still. Ooh, takes a lot of damage. That Urn Charge might be enough. Tower, Urn Charge. And the TP is going to be fast enough. Nicely done for Bamboo. Of course, the last tower hit ticked off the friendly Urn Charge.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And forced him to TP out. Tower almost down. Tower top, not getting that much damage on him, but you know, you saw the danger. AG, they can just walk up to the base of Qpad, and Qpad able to, with being there, force them out, but being there late means still some damage done on the tower. And at some point it is not going to be towers, at some point it's going to get Rex. Age is of course still up. We might see something moving on here soon, as we also have the Hex completed up on Demon, but he might just use it to try and pick off some people by himself. Maybe with Beatus. Beatus can of course blink himself after Demon if he really wants to.
I'm over here.
But it is gonna be maybe the top lane that they want thing, because Sting is still there, 200 gold actually. It's all about buying time for Qpad. So even not fighting is okay for them, as long as they're not getting forced to do anything that they don't want to yet, which is something that EG of course wants to do. They want to force out people mid, and they're gonna do just that. That's a flat cannon helping out, killing off the tower. Jail, getting the gold. Barracks are next. This is where Qpad has kind of got no choice. They can't really lose those racks. Well, they can, and we've seen it done before that Phantom Lancers can take the games where they don't have racks. 4 attacks. Jarex, some trouble. Cooldown coming down as well. He jumps back in. Jarex is gonna go down. Sting, low on mana, has to go back again. The rest of ranged racks are under siege right now. Melee racks already going down, and EG rotating top. Because they still have everything that they want. And they can just continue going here. There is another flat cannon again in just a moment. We'll be able to use that to clean out the creep wave. We'll be able to use that to harass Sting a bit here as well. They still have the RP though, but the tier 3 already gone. Fortification just too late. And this is all that EG came for, and Qpad, they're not putting up any fight. And you see EG thinking like, okay, you know what? This is going very easy. Is this actually happening? No RP, no initiation. Well, we're gonna see it, because they're gonna be going up again, maybe going for a bit of a fade back. They're sticking around a bit anyways. Maybe going for the bottom lane where there's a tier 3 that they haven't taken down yet. I mean, the gold from those towers is definitely welcome. Look at the net worth alone. Both the Gyro as well as the Storm doing really well on that net worth, with the second highest being the Nature's Prophet, who now has a Scythe of Ice. Might make a difference, but is it gonna be too late is the question. 14k gold in favor of EG. I'm kinda hoping that Qpad is gonna make a comeback, because I filled in that there would be comebacks like these. And we know that Phantom Lancers can't do that. But EG playing really careful. They know this is the tournament that they have to bring their A game. They can't go for their normal high risk, high reward kind of thing. They have to get it going, as we're gonna be seeing an illusion getting picked up there. The real Sting already no longer there. But you can't, like, you can't go for 2 balls to the wall kind of strat here. You need to be careful and calculated and knowing exactly what you're doing at each point of the day, as we're gonna be seeing Sting getting scouted out, and they know that this is a real one. They already silenced him. They have got a Gem of True Sight though up on the Storm Spirit. Vortex is there, and Sting is gonna be dropped. Even though Wagamama comes in, Wagamama goes out as well. And that is going to be him not buying back. Of course, 2800 gold, wants to be keeping his gold to have his heart. And right now, EG is going to try to force that buyback out of there, just to make him lose that gold. Even more gold, rather. But that's of course also a bit of lack of vision, by the way, on the map. I mean, Qpanda, this is the only ward that they have standing here. EG don't have that much vision as well, but it was their jungle to begin with, so you know that's okay. And EG is actually going to be going top. They have got those bear Rex standing around. Might as well try to take him down as another ward gets placed there. Radiant, of course. Sentry ward goes down already, of course, courtesy of Demon's gem. And that's going to be flat cannon cleaning off treants. Rex taking a lot of damage. I'm actually, you know what? Things are happening. I'm waiting for Select. He needs to go in at some point. But again, the same thing goes, of course. I mean, you can opt to fight and knowing that you might not be successful and lose your game rather than just the racks, or you can lose the racks or not lose anything at all if your opponents indeed decide that they're not going to be going in anymore, which is indeed the case, but they're going to be going in somewhere else instead. Sing Sing going to be able to farm a bit here. He needs still quite a bit of gold for his heart though. Needs about 1400 gold. EG, I don't think they're going to be giving him the time to get that. They're going to be roaming around looking for an opening, looking for a pickup. If they at least just are able to pick up Select, they might be able to make sure that there's not going to be an RP on the board. They find Demon instead. Demon is going to get dropped down. That's a mistake from him. Jerax still going to go down as well as Mini, and the RP from Select is still there. Hits up on 3, but beat it. Returns it, and it is going to be Qpanda that is going to be scattering, that is going to be running, that is going to be dying. Still some losses on EG's side as well, but there's only one left alive for Qpanda, and the only reason he is up alive is because he bought back. That was a team wipe in favor of EG, and they're going to be able to pick up the racks here as well. That is going to be 2 sets of racks in total going the way of EG. It was probably one of the better initiations that Qpanda could hope for. They had an RP, they just didn't have the damage to go through just yet.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
If you're gonna be going for a hero like a Phantom Lancer, which is great, but you need to have something to hold off the game until the Phantom Lancer is big enough. And this Magnus is not able to do that at this point. Maybe because he didn't win mid, maybe because he is not active enough to try and take those kills. Maybe he's saving his RP too much for teamfights. You can argue maybe EG is just playing it too cautious. Maybe EG is just playing it too well for Qpanda to be getting their hands on this game, but it is not working out for Qpanda so far. And EG, they back off, letting Qpanda try to farm, which is very tough now to do. I mean, you can still try to farm the neutrals, of course, which is great, and everything on the lanes that is coming in, which is great, but the lanes on the top and the middle lane are now only giving half the amount of gold that they did before. And it is EG's game to throw. Now, I know that when saying that, I know that they actually have a habit of doing that. I mean, the EG throw is, of course, a valid thing here in the Dota 2 scene, and who knows, maybe Qpanda is gonna get lucky to experience it firsthand, but at this point, I don't think EG is gonna give this away. Qpanda realizing action needs to be undertaken. So they smoke up, gonna be walking past the sentry ward and observer ward though. And they're gonna be going towards the Roche Pit. Fear is gonna be the target first, but they have got no gem. Fear sees everybody though, and Ball Lightning in Select's gonna be Vortex, gonna be Haxed, and Demon runs himself out. Cooldown coming down, there comes the RP up onto, where is the damage though? Skewer is there, Split Earth as well, Jo taking a lot of damage, but it is not gonna be enough. The Satanic heals him back up, the GG is cold, it is gonna be Qpanda that gets sent home packing for at least game number 1, because this is of course the best out of 3, and even then they still have a chance to get back here, because it is gonna be the losers bracket for them. Should they lose this, they have 2 chances. This is their first chance up against EG, the favorite to take the entire thing, not only just the group stages, and EG showing us why they are 20-for-6. They are ahead in this game, ahead now in the best out of 3, 1 game up. They're going to be trying to, of course, force out a 2-0, but Qpanda, they want to try to take a game 3. And we'll see if they can do that if you just stick around, because we will have game 3 coming up right after this one. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for the throne to explode, I just want to take the time to thank you for actually being here. I know that there's a lot of people casting this out with, well, a lot better production values than just mine. And of course, I mean, there's actually replays, etc. Stuff like that on the Good Studio stream. There is personalities and other people sitting on the couch at Join Dota. but I'm happy that you're sitting here. Even though I wouldn't blame you if you have other streams open for in between, which is actually what I'm doing. Because I still want to cast the games, but I also still want to see what people have to say about the match. So that is what we're going to be seeing next, at least. Or at least Qpanda versus EG. So stick around for another game. Don't go anywhere. We'll have Game 2 coming up shortly.